Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon. If you have not been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. You guys know the drill with that. So today's video is going to be an anti-haul. So this is my very first ever anti-haul that I've done here on my channel. Of course, the original creator of the anti-haul videos is Kimberly Clark, and I will put Kimberly's info all down below if you want to check out Kimberly's channel. But I'm going to do my own, I guess, anti-haul since I haven't done one on my channel before. I think these videos are such great ideas because they really give us here in the beauty community a moment to actually look into if we want to buy something and then actually look at the reasons that we don't want to buy it, because we live in very much a consumerist society where we feel like we need to buy almost everything, especially if you are beauty obsessed, speaking specifically about the beauty industry. You almost feel pressure to buy everything new if you're here on YouTube, if you're someone that reviews on Instagram, on IGTV on Instagram, any of the social media networks. You sometimes really feel like you need to purchase every new product that comes out. And the fact of the matter is you just don't. Another great series that's similar to an anti-haul but actually talks about things that you'll buy as well is the Will I Buy It series by Samantha March. Angelica, I don't know how to say her last name. I'll leave all these people's info down below. She does kind of a new makeup release series, which is kind of a spin on the Will I Buy It videos. These are similar, but they talk about products you want to buy and products you don't, where in this video I'm specifically talking about products I don't want to buy. But I think it's a great concept. I think it'll be fun to film, and if you guys are interested in seeing all the products that I'm not gonna buy, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so I have myself scooched over, so I'm going to put stuff up here on the screen for you guys to see. So the first product I'm actually going to talk about, I did mention this in my last video, but I specifically want to talk about the Kylie, the whole banana collection, and I specifically want to talk about actually the palette. So I'm going to throw a picture of it up here, a better picture than what I had in my last video. That was talking about new makeup releases. Again, I'm not a big fan of Kylie Cosmetics. I think their customer service, from what I've heard, sucks for the most part. I don't think I've ever heard anything great about their customer service. Their products seem to be a hit or miss with everyone, and that doesn't make me inspired to pay extra shipping to Canada and all the duties and things that come with that to get a product that may not even be that good. So, plus, I'm not a huge fan of the Kardashians. I have bought one thing from KKW. Wasn't uber impressed by that, so I don't feel inspired to buy anything from Kylie, but this specific palette, you know, it looked like it was going to be really exciting, and I think a lot of people were disappointed. It's like a banana theme, but it's such a neutral palette, which is fine, but it's just not what you expected for the summer collection from her. So I'm a bit disappointed. She's put out a ton of palettes like this already, so... And I don't find Kylie Cosmetics as a brand something that like makes me want to run out and buy things from the brand. So I don't know. I'm going to pass on this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you are a fan of Kylie and the products that you do enjoy. All right, so the next one I'm going to talk about is a big one. This actually is the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. So this was previously supposed to launch a while back. I did mention it briefly, touched on it briefly in my makeup release video this past week. I'll throw that up in the cards. I didn't say a lot because it basically ended up not being released because of a quality issue with the palettes. A lot of influencers that got the palette were not enjoying it, and there was quite a few videos out there that made it look pretty bad. So the quality just wasn't there. It wasn't what Jaclyn had originally... You know, the quality Jaclyn had said the palette was going to be and that Morphe thought it was going to be. I guess there was an issue in production. If you believe that, I don't know. I don't know. I like Jaclyn, but I don't know. Sometimes with her releases, they're up in the air. I did like the previous Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I own that and I gave it a really great review. I'll post that up in the cards if I remember as well. But I don't know. I'm not overly inspired by any of the palettes. I do like that they're like condensed palettes. I think that's a cool idea. I was originally drawn to like the purple and burgundy kind of palette, as well as the kind of like army green and gold and orange kind of palette. I did like those. The other two I kind of had palettes similar, and the kind of dark one I wasn't really interested because it's just not my jam. But these are releasing on... It's going to be $15 each, the same price, or $49 for the full, like the 4 palettes. It's going to be released on the Morphe website on August 14th, and all influencer codes can be used. I know Trend Mood 1, which I'm reading from, it does have a code for 10% off Trend Mood, but you can use any influencer code. There's tons out there. I don't know. I'm probably not going to pick this up. I feel like there was so many, like, why was there quality issues to begin with? This was something shadow she had worked on from her previous palette. So the whole thing to me just seems kind of strange. I have nothing against it. I'll watch reviews and see what people think, but I don't think I'm going to be buying this one just for the fact that I feel like it should have been right the first time it launched. I am glad they pulled it, but I don't know. There's just something weird about it, and I just, for the reason, like, on the first launch, I was thinking about it, but since there were so many problems, I'm definitely not going to pick these up unless I see, like, stellar reviews. But right now, I'm saying, like, absolutely not going to buy. Okay, so staying on the Kardashian train again, I guess. KKW is releasing a summer collection, of course. I'll throw it up here. So it's going to be 4 lipsticks, 4 lip liners, and an eyeshadow palette. It is called the Classic Collection. Essentially just a nude eyeshadow palette with more nude lipsticks and nude lip liners. She just released nude lipsticks, so I'm kind of surprised we're doing, I love nude lipsticks, but we're doing more, I guess. The eyeshadow palette, it's pretty. I think it's good if you don't have a neutral palette or any palettes with like a peachy tone, but to be honest, I have bought so many, they have been done. I don't need this. And to be honest, I don't really like it that much. I don't think it's that inspiring. This is so simple. And I know that she is about more simplistic makeup, so I understand that. And I think it's a pretty color story. If you don't have a neutral palette, I think it's pretty. Just for me, it's not something that I need in my collection. Again, I would have to pay shipping to Canada or ship it to my US box, and I just don't feel like doing that. So I'm not going to purchase this one. The palette is $44 US. So Canadian, I'm looking at 50 to 60 with the exchange rate and the shipping. The lipsticks are each $18 each. And then the lip liners are $12 each, which isn't bad. It's not a bad price for those. I will say though, again, for Canadians, it is higher. And I did purchase one thing from her brand when they released just the cream contour stick without like the attachments, the shitty brushes. And the product itself is pretty good, but you get very little product for the 18 US. I paid about 25 Canadian. And on top of that, the packaging was the shittiest packaging for a higher end brand like KKW. So I don't know. If I'm going to invest money, I want some good packaging. And I know the product is what matters, but the packaging matters to me too if I am paying a premium for your product. So the packaging was, the color was pretty, the packaging was shitty. It reminded me of something from the Dollar Tree, and I don't mind saying that. It really is not, but I like the product. I have used it, I have tagged it online because I like the product. My issue is the packaging is so shitty, and it does kind of smell cheap, I will say that. But I did like the product, the cream itself, but you know, put more money, give us more cream product, and something better to put it in, because it's, yeah, for the price, yeah, I just didn't like it, and it makes me not want to buy anything else from the brand, so I'm definitely not going to go for this. Unless I ever see something from her brand that's really inspiring, I won't be picking anything up. Okay, another release that I was super surprised by, this one, it hasn't come out yet. This is supposed to come out on July 24th on the Beauty Blender website as well as at Sephora, and there is a waiting list that starts, I guess, when was this posted? I'm not sure, but I think there's a waiting list that's already started. There is going to be July 25th and 26th. There's going to be a pop-up shop in New York City from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I don't know where you can get the information on that, probably on the Beauty Blender website. So it looks like there's going to be a total of 32 shades. It's supposed to be a matte finish 24-hour wear foundation. This came out of nowhere in my opinion. Does Beauty Blender have any other beauty products besides like a beauty tool like the sponge? Because I don't know of any. It's $40, which isn't bad, I guess. It's a normal foundation price, but I don't know. I don't trust the brand because there's nothing else that they've put out. I'm not actually a huge Beauty Blender girl in general, so I don't buy them. I think you can get cheaper sponges that are the same quality. And the foundation shades, I know there's 32, but to be honest, it's mainly like 3 rows, like a little bit of light shades, and I don't even know how light they are, and then there's a ton of medium shades that look kind of orange, to be honest, which everyone has noticed online, by the way. And then there's like 4 deep shades out of the 32 shades, so I don't think there's a good gradient. I mean, you have 32 shades, but there's not a good gradient in shades, so I definitely think they could extend that. I'm just not purchasing this because I don't know, I'm not interested in it. The packaging is made for a beauty blender. Like, you can kind of dip your beauty blender into it from what I've seen online, which does not interest me. I don't use a beauty blender. I don't want a foundation that works with a beauty blender. I like wearing a brush, or like using a brush, using a brush, which I'm sure you can do, but I'm just not interested in this one. And you guys know I love freaking foundation. I buy foundation all the time and I love testing it out. This one just doesn't interest me. It's out of nowhere. I just wasn't expecting that launch. All right, so another thing I'm not going to pick up is from Laura Lee Los Angeles. Now, I do like Laura Lee's brand. I have the Nudie Patootie palette, and you guys have probably seen me post about that palette quite often. I use that a lot. It's like one of my favorite palettes right now. I think it's great for summer. Great neutral palette. I love the foil shades in it, but her new mini palette, she came out with Like a Boss and Party Animal. Party Animal is the more colorful one, and Boss Babe is the more neutral tone one. Now, I just don't need these. I have, like, I don't really have those bright colors, but I would barely ever use them. So that's my reasoning behind not wanting that. And Boss Babe, I have all those colors and many other palettes. I think the swatches look nice, and I think it's a great concept to make the smaller palettes. I think it's a good idea on her part. It's only $30 for the bundle, or $19 each, which is a great price. So good on Laura. I have nothing really bad to say about this. I just don't need it in my collection. I believe this is already launched. I think, have both sold out? I know at least Boss Babe sold out the last time that I checked. I'm sure she will restock. Now, as far as I know, this is only available, let's see here. This is available on her site. I don't see on this post if it's on the Morphe website yet, but I'm sure it'll come there as they do sell Laura's products. And from what I understand, she is coming to Ulta soon, so that's really awesome as well. But no reason behind me not wanting that, just that I don't need the colors. What I want to talk about is the Natasha Denona, the Mini Lila palette. So I'll put swatches up here of that palette if I can, and a picture. I think it's beautiful. The blue looks like stunning, but if you guys don't know already, I did a review and like a try on, not a try on, but a review and like demoing these shadows. I actually own the Lila. It's called the Lila, I guess is how you pronounce it. But I own the Lila palette, very expensive palette, but I do own it. I got it on Beautylish, and I like the palette. It didn't have that cool blue though. I wish it did, because I like that blue. But I will say I don't feel like I need to go out and buy this mini. It's only 25 US or 30 Canadian if you're in Canada on the Sephora website. As far as I know, it is available on July 24th, and it is a Sephora exclusive, so it's not going to be on her site, I don't believe, on the 24th. I think it's a great deal if you want to try the shadows out. I have heard the formula is a bit different, which kind of turns me off as well, but I don't know. I've heard mixed reviews on the Mini Sunset palette that released, so I don't know. I mean, if you're wanting to try this out, or the Lila palette kind of interested you, I think this would be good to pick up just to try out. Just for me, I already have the actual big palette, so for me, it's not worth me purchasing. All right, so we're going to talk about one more thing, so I'm not rambling on. There's tons of new releases, but I'm going to talk about the 2 new palettes that Milani is releasing. There's the Pure Passion, which is kind of like the red kind of warmer tones, and then there's the Soft and Sultry. And that one, I believe, that one's kind of like cool tones with like browns and taupes and kind of mauvey shades. If you don't have a cool tone palette, I think that's a pretty cool palette. I think it's pretty. I've heard good things about the Milani formula, so I mean, that's kind of nice, but I personally, I don't need either of these palettes. I think the price point, I think it's like $20 around there, which isn't bad, but I think it's kind of on the pricier end for the drugstore. But I mean, it's cheaper than buying a Sephora palette, so I don't know. You gotta balance that out. I just think it's a little pricier. Milani tends to be a little more pricey. It's gonna be available on the Milani website on July 29th. And then in early August, it's going to be a Walmart exclusive. So you might start seeing it in stores and on their website as well. I think they're pretty. I'm not interested in these. I don't think there's something that I need. I like the packaging though, but I just, again, I don't need this eyeshadow palette. I do not need it. and I'm not gonna buy it. Alright guys, so that is actually going to do it for this video. So I could have talked about a lot of other products, but I don't want to make this forever long, and my battery is dying on my camera like usual. But yeah guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you like this anti-haul, make sure you do give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments some products that you are not interested in buying and tell me some reasons why, or if you disagree with me, let me know as well. Yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell just so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. That's a great way to get notified, so make sure that you do that. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys!